DSMME on this Tuesday, September 14th. Many of you might kind of know this, but if you don't, every September 14th is a great feast in the church, and it's a very strong dichotomy of our natural thinking. Why do I say this? What would be the strongest up when it looks like it's a down? When we raise the cross and say, look how beautiful this is. Because a cross is beautiful? No, because on that cross hangs the Savior of the world. Today is the feast of the exaltation of the Holy Cross. All of you, I'm sure, have crucifixes or crosses in your homes, and you should, and in your workplaces, and wherever you go, because the cross is a reality in our life. Do we want to be lifted up? In John, read it. In John, he actually says, the Gospel of John, he has Christ saying, not just John, but Christ is saying, when I am lifted up, I will draw all things to myself. Not when I'm standing here and I'm safe and the ground isn't shaking and everybody's doing okay and I'm feeling good and I'm comfortable and life is easy. He didn't say that. He goes, when I am lifted up. What does lifting up mean in the Gospels? You know this. When I am on the cross, lifted above, I will draw all things to myself. That's why today, on this powerful feast day, which so goes against our natural tendencies to protect ourselves, to build up walls, to become anything but vulnerable to another person or to God himself. Oh, good grief. All of that is so opposed to the exaltation of the Holy Cross. That's why the cross purifies. It's meant to. If you find anybody that says, oh, I love to suffer, that's a nutcase. Nobody loves to suffer. But you might find saintly people saying, if God wills, then I will give everything I have to conform my will to the cross as well. That's a saint. Not because the cross feels good. It's not the cross if it feels good. So banish that silliness. The cross is meant to dig deeply into us and to take out hunks of our yuckiness and to put God in. And to a certain extent, G.K. Chesterton would certainly agree with this, the great English apologist and really theologian, writer, on and on. I could go about G.K. Chesterton, but he would say, why do angels not take themselves seriously? Because they basically have wings that lift them up. When I am lifted up, I draw all things to myself. But there's a catch. He, on the cross, can only lift up to himself, which means closer to Christ-likeness. He takes over more and more as I give more and more of myself. He can only do this if I allow him to, if you allow him to. The catch of the free will by which no one can be forced to love except the person who opens his or her heart to love. And that doesn't mean I'll write out everything I want. That's not love. That's demands. Most of the time, that's selfishness. But I allow God to fill in all the blanks of my life, because with him, I am united. Where? Down here on terra firma? Nope. Up there on the cross with him. And we too shall know together the resurrection. Wow. Blessed day of challenges for holiness. Pray for me, and I am praying for you. Signing off from Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSMME, with Mary in the heart of her Son on the cross.